never made it, but I know what it takes. I'm motivated by a mix of emotion. Got my statement, and I'm reading it slow so I can understand it fully. Appreciate my standing, go out of this world and right on time. Oh, never in my life have I seen the sky light up like this. I'm far away from Earth and I wanna know if you exist. Mission control, do you read me? Send me my coordinates lately. Mission control, am I drifting? Tie me to someone who will love me, yeah. Wait, I think I'll last a bit longer. Find another.
Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone to another Ref Brandon and the Todd Family YouTube video. Wherever you are, whatever you may be doing, thank you so much for making Ref Brandon and the Todd Family a part of your day. We always greatly appreciate it. Today we're going to be talking some college football, and as always, any thoughts on today's subject, please feel free to let me know. I know so far we have talked about a lot of conferences, and I've talked about the Heisman Trophy a little bit and some betting odds for the national champions, but I have not really specifically talked about quarterbacks so far. So I figured we would go ahead and talk about that today. I may break down each Power 5 conference before the season starts. I know I did do a video where I talked about my personal opinion of the best quarterbacks out there, but it was all of college football, not just by conference. So now we're going to do by conference, and we're going to do the SEC first. This just randomly was my choice. No particular reason. I just picked the SEC. So, of course, there'll be 14 on this list. Now, you can get on the internet and read just about any insider's predictions about the best 14 quarterbacks in the SEC in order from 1 to 14. And most of them's list is going to be pretty similar to mine. I mean, they're not going to be identical, but for the most part, except for maybe, one or two up, one or two down, they're all pretty much going to be hand in hand, neck and neck based on talent. So this is just my prediction of the 14 quarterbacks in the SEC. Which one is the best? Which one is the worst? Number 14 is Mike Wright at Vanderbilt. Now, before I go any further, let me say that I'm doing this list based on the 14 quarterbacks that I am assuming will be the starting quarterback. Now, there's a couple on this list that I'm not 100% positive will be their team's starting quarterback, but I assume they will be, and we'll talk about those as we go. The first one is number 13, TJ Finley of Auburn. I'm still not 100% sure that he will be their quarterback. Even if he is the quarterback in game one, I don't know that he'll be the quarterback the entire season, because to me, TJ Finley sucks. The only reason he's not dead last is because Mike Wright might be a better quarterback, but he has no help around him. They have no offensive line and no receivers to throw to, so Mike Wright doesn't have a chance. Even if he is talented, nobody will know it. But TJ Finley has proven that he sucks, but he may still be the best option that Auburn has. Number 12 is Brady Cook at Missouri. Now, of course, last year Missouri's quarterback was Connor Bazelak. He has transferred, and we'll talk more later on about where he has transferred to. But number 12 is Brady Cook at Missouri. Number 11 is Miles Brennan at LSU, another quarterback that I'm not 100% certain will be LSU's starting quarterback. I think he will be, but I don't know for sure that he will be. Even if he is, he may lose his job in week 3 or 4. The next guy is number 10, Haynes King at Texas A&M. The only reason I am going to assume he is their starting quarterback, even though he has not been named their starting quarterback, is because he was the starting quarterback last year until he got hurt. And of course, when he got hurt, he was out for the year. And the guy that took his spot has transferred. He's no longer on the rosters. I'm going to assume that Haynes King will be Texas A&M's quarterback. Number 9 is Jackson Dart at Ole Miss, and he's another one that I'm not certain will be the starting quarterback. He looked good in the little bit that he played at his old school, but so far at Ole Miss, he has not been impressive. And in their spring game, the backup quarterback looked more impressive than Jackson Dart, but I'm going to assume that Jackson Dart will be their starting quarterback. Number 8 is Spencer Rattler at South Carolina. Number 7, I've got Stetson Bennett at Georgia. Number 6, Will Levis of Kentucky. And then number 5, I've got Anthony Richardson of Florida. Now, Anthony Richardson may end up being the best quarterback Florida's ever seen. And if he is, then I think Florida could potentially finish second in the East behind Georgia, because we all know Georgia will win the East. But if Anthony Richardson is not that good, Florida may go 6-6 or 7-5. But I do think Richardson will be good. I just don't know that he'll be great. Number 4 is Hendon Hooker of Tennessee. Number 3 is Will Rogers of Mississippi State. Number 2, KJ Jefferson, Arkansas. And number 1, of course, is Bryce Young at Alabama. And that is my personal picks of the best 14 quarterbacks in the SEC. Of course, 14 being the worst and 1 being the best. Now, as I said, I'm not saying that Mike Wright is the worst because he's not any good. I'm saying Mike Wright will be the worst because he has no help. The poor fella has nobody to hand the ball to, nobody to throw the ball to, and nobody to block for him. So that's going to lead to him putting up pathetic numbers. So even if he has talent, nobody will see it because he has no help. In my personal opinion, TJ Finley is talent-wise the worst quarterback in the SEC. He may be the worst quarterback of all Power 5 conference quarterbacks. He's just flat out terrible. He's no good. He sucks. He's awful. But that's just my personal opinion. Again, any thoughts on this, please feel free to let me know. Let's go ahead and get our dad joke of the day in here. I wish my gray hair started in Vegas, because what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. And that wraps it up for today's Ref Brandon and the Todd Family YouTube video. Until next time, it's Ref Brandon saying, just like in pro wrestling, life can be over by the count of 3. Tell your friends and family how much you love them. Bye.